Welcome back. It's Jeff Hansen. We're talking BYU football. It's National Signing Day. It's one of the biggest days of the year. We're talking with everybody who signs at BYU, as many recruits as we can. This is their big day, and who better to hear from than each of them themselves? And today we are joined, Lamason Waller, signed with BYU, big-time wide receiver out of California. Lamason, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, and you, man? I'm excited. Go Cougs, big dog.
Yeah, dude, big day for you. Congratulations, first and foremost. You know, I was actually counting your offers just because I wanted to know, like, hey, how many am I going to talk? I got to like 30 and I got bored, man. I got tired of counting. How crazy was this recruitment process for you?
It was really crazy, man. I had a lot of coaches hitting me up all over the country, but I'm just happy I locked in with Fesi. He's always been there since freshman year, and that's my dog, and I'm ready to do big things at BYU, man.
Yeah, man, I want to talk more about that because BYU was on you really early, and that's kind of been Fesi's MO for a while. He tries to identify guys really early on. Fesi's an interesting dude, right? And as fans, we don't get to see a ton of him, but every time a player talks about Fesi Sitake, man, they love him. What is it about Fesi that stood out when you had, I mean, for people who don't know, it was like 40, 45, something crazy scholarship offers. What is it about Fesi that stood out above everybody else?
He's just a genuine dude. Like, he's never lied to me. He's just always kept it real. He's always let me know, like, how much he wanted me. He's just always been there. Like, honestly, like, he's just never gave up. He kept fighting. He's just, and, like, it's deeper than football with Fesi. Like, that's my guy, like, past football, for real.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people talk about. It's tough on the recruiting trail. Take us, you know, because I mean, you look at me. I'm not exactly some dynamic football player here, Lamason. So, what is it like when you've got so many coaches hitting you up? Just maybe walk us through what that process is like when it was at the peak of your recruitment. I mean, is your phone just like? Do you have to like just turn it off at night because it's going crazy? What's the whole process like?
Yeah, it starts to become really crazy, but what I always just try to just keep the main thing. I try to just still be a high school kid, still have fun with my friends. So it was definitely stressful, but like, I mean, pressure is a privilege. I mean, that's what we want. I mean, that's what I always worked hard for. So I kind of embraced it, just took it well, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you get Fesi. He kind of shines through. Obviously, Coach Kalani and his program. When we look at Kalani, he's different than most head coaches in college football, right? I mean, you look at those stereotypical head coaches. They're intense. They're yelling. They're screaming. Kalani's passionate, but he's a little bit different. What do you think it is about Kalani Sitake that makes him so special? And what is it that made you want to join that program?
I think, like I said with Festi too, I think it's just so much bigger than football.
Yeah.
I feel like they actually care about me as a man first, and then obviously they know I'm a good football player too. I mean that's for granted, but like, you know, I think they just care about me as a person. They care what I got going on. I think they'll always be there for me, and I could just trust those guys. I know they're going to be at BYU for my whole time. I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
Man, and I know a lot of BYU fans are excited to have you. As soon as you committed, it took over social media. BYU fans are pumped. What do you bring to the table? Maybe let me ask you this way, LeMason. If you are an opposing defensive coordinator, what game plan are you coming up with to stop yourself? Like, how are you containing you?
They gotta double me. That's the only way. If it's man and man, 1-on-1, I'm gonna win, and nobody can tackle me. I'm trying. I pride myself on not going down. So for sure.
That's awesome. You love to hear it. Who do you? I mean, you're listed at 6'2", depending on what site you look at. I mean, what's your weight right now? What do you weigh?
180. I'm
180. Okay. So 6'2", 180. Who do you kind of model your game after? Like, who are some of those names? Maybe it's NFL guys or whatever it is that fans could look at and say, okay, that's the player that's coming to BYU.
Like, I used to get a lot of like Keenan Allen comp, but honestly, I've been hearing a lot of George Pickens comp. I've been hearing stuff like that too. So
okay, that big physical receiver then. Yeah, okay.
Just making plays, just being a playmaker out there for sure.
Okay, love that. All right, this is a question that I've asked everybody so far, and it's kind of interesting to hear the different answers. Why do you love football? Because everybody's got a different answer. And if you look at what football is, right? It's 10 games, 12 games a year. You don't get that many game days. Where baseball, basketball, they're playing all the time. Yeah. Football is a grind all throughout the offseason for 10, 12, 14 games a year. Why do you go through that grind? Like, what is it that you love about this game?
I think what I love about football the most is like football really can teach you a lot in life. Like honestly, like I just stay down, I work real hard, and I get to go show it for 60 minutes. And if I make a mistake, I just get to come back and work harder, go through adversity, and just learn how to be a man, learn how to work with people on the field, my teammates. So that's why I play football. Like
Yeah.
it helped me get through life. I want to say, like I feel like I was just like always just destined for me to play football. Like
Yeah.
for
That's a
sure.
great answer. And that's really what it is, right?
Yeah.
Football, it's more than a game. It really is.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so
it is
hard.
for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Okay. So you take us through your high school journey. So you started out at Sultana and now you're at Oak Hills. I think there was some transfer stuff. So you've only played, I think 5 or 6 games, or I guess the second half of the season. How's
Yeah.
the senior season gone? What do you think of that transfer? Did everything work out the way you hoped it would?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't really plan on sitting the first 5, but I got through it. It flew by. I had a really good year. I had some great stats. I went crazy, and honestly, my high school journey was really cool. I started my first 3 years at my hometown school. Played there since I was 6. My last year, I went to go play for the best team in my city, and I had a good time, man. I enjoyed it. Now it's time for me to go to BYU. Go
Yeah, love
Cougs.
it. And you did. You had a great year, crazy stats, and led the team in receiving once you got on the field. I mean, just big time. Okay. All right. I want to give you a little bit of an, because look, man, let's be honest. We got to build your brand a little bit too now,
Yeah,
right?
for
That
sure.
NIL, all that stuff. We got to make it happen. What do you want to do? So forget football for a minute. Like, obviously, you want to go to the league, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But what else is there to know about you outside of football that BYU fans should know?
Like I'm a real cool dude. Like I'm like this every day. Like if you
Yeah.
got everybody tell me like I'm just a laid back dude. I like to play the game a lot. I'm a gamer. I'll be on the game, and that's pretty much it. Just football and the game, man.
That's it, man.
Laid
That's the
back
main
guy.
thing, right
Yeah,
there.
for sure. Exactly.
Just keeping it locked in. I love it. All right. What are your enrollment plans? Are you a graduate early guy, come in for spring ball, or are you thinking this summer?
I'm done with high school December 20th, so I'll be there in January, ready to
Okay.
go.
And then you're there for spring ball. You're going to try to make an impact then early on. BYU's got an opening, right? They lose a lot of seniors this year at that receiver spot.
For sure. That's why it was one of the big main things for me to come in there early too. I talked to Fesi a lot, and we made sure we got that done.
That's awesome, man. Okay. Well, this is great. Lamason Waller, big time. Obviously 45 other scholarship offers. And I think if we look at those offers, I think it was 45. You know the exact number maybe, but it was a ton. What other schools maybe stood out the most just kind of in the process? Who was in the running with BYU?
Early on, it was definitely Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado. I was messing with Arkansas a lot too. Arizona. Those are a couple schools, but ultimately, this is where I'm at. This is what I chose. This is what I'm doing.
That's awesome, man. And you locked in pretty early. That's pretty special. And you've told me before, as we've talked in the past, and you've told other people in different interviews and stuff like that, that Fesi really made a difference. Seems like BYU kind of stood out really early on for you, and you were kind of locked in from the jump. It feels like.
I swear, like I had a conversation with Fesi. It was my very first conversation when I first got on campus. I told my mentor, like, that's my guy.
Yeah,
I'm with him.
awesome.
Full circle. He will be coaching me. That's insane, man.
That's incredible. And what a cool story. You mentioned your mentor. Who are some of those biggest influences for you? Who was that circle that you work with when you're kind of making this decision?
Tim McTire, definitely Tim McTire. He played at BYU. That's my
Yeah,
guy.
legend.
Yeah, middle school teacher, one of my mentors. Terrell Culpepper. He helped
Okay.
me with all my recruiting. My coaches at my both high schools, just really everybody out here, like my whole support system. I'm appreciative of everybody. They all helped me with this for sure.
That's awesome. And I forgot about Tim McTire. You mentioned Tim. He is a BYU legend. Has he talked to you about how legendary he is? He's never been real shy about telling people how great he is.
Yeah, he kind of, I was about to say that, like, at first I kind of took it like, oh, he's just cocky, but I looked him up. I'm like, oh, no, you that guy, OG, I see you. So, sure.
No, that's awesome, man. He was the real deal, man. I mean, that team, that 1996 team that he was on, that BYU fans still talk about it nearly 30 years later. He was the real deal.
No, in fact, he told me, he was like, we bring a different swag to BYU, man. I was like,
yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
guy.
they absolutely did. That was awesome. Well, Lamason, man, big day. Congratulations. You've signed. I mean, obviously, this is a huge dream for you, for so many people out there, and you're living it, man. That's the dream. So cannot congratulate you enough. Super happy for you. I think it's great. Last thing, what do BYU fans need to know about you when they tune into spring ball this March? What are they going to see from you? What do you want them to know about Lamason Waller, the football player?
Lamason Waller came here to make plays. I want everybody to know that. I want everybody to see that too. They will see that soon, for sure.
It's awesome, man. Can't wait for it. We're excited that you're here in Provo. Appreciate you taking the time with us today. It's been great. We're going to talk to everybody here on signing day. This has been a lot of fun with all of these interviews so far. So thanks again, Lamason. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, my guy.
All right, man. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you.